Keep it out. Oh, keep your feet! Bloody... Tell Alan Richardson to keep his feet. Like he's forcing him to the boundary line, all he has to do is keep his feet. Right, put Brown back on road here, right? Brown back on road and watch now to the far wing, all right? It goes for on the stretch, Francisco won't go near him.
The coach's box at the Melbourne Cricket Ground on a winter's Saturday afternoon is a bubbling cauldron of intensity. In Leigh Matthews' face, you can see the pressure of coaching in Australia's toughest football competition. And today, against traditional rival Melbourne, Coach Matthews is making desperate moves to turn the conflict from defeat to victory.
Right, now swap mode. Get Gopher back onto Grinter and Francisco up onto Obbs.
Steadied a bit, Melbourne. Collingwood were getting well on top and looked like going past them, and Melbourne certainly steadied and playing pretty good football at the moment. On ordinary kick, Leigh Matthews, a very poor kick, in fact.
Go and tell Ronnie McEwen, will he kick, drop, punt and go to height? Now, how many times does he have to be told? Who did I know he was kicking it to? He goes to Monkhurst or he goes to McCartney, long.
This exciting full forward will kick from 45 metres directly in front. The crowd is hushed. There's the kick from Jagovic. It's a goal, all right, right through the middle.
Though his face contorts and grimaces as Collingwood sinks to defeat this day, Matthews' commands are as direct and decisive as the orders of any general.
In fact, get Rocker off again and put Monkhurst down into the goal square. All right?
He calls football a make-believe war, and it is the battle that Leigh Matthews lives for.
By Leigh Matthews, a one-foot snap, and he's put it through. A chance for Hawthorn. Matthews coming out with the ball. It was being held. He springs back now with a left foot snap at goal. The umpire says it's all clear.
A chance for Matthews. The paper's there, and Crimmins unloaded. They're trying to pick it up, picked up and snapped by Matthews. Have a look at it. It's a beautiful goal. Up towards centre half, or a chance for the spoil. The ball punched away to Matthews. Run out of trouble beautifully. Kicks to the open goal. It's a through. It's on its way. And it bounces right through the middle.
Up towards the pocket. Kane is there. Couldn't get the run of it. A chance here for Leigh Matthews. Leigh Matthews, cool as a cucumber, shoots.
But the nickname Lethal came not from his sharp shooting, but was bestowed on him after the then 19-year-old flattened Barry Cable during a state match in Perth.
For West Australia.
Matthews.
Be a free kick against Matthews, and Cable goes down.
Matthews dealt and received some severe physical punishment in an era when the high-arm tackle was part of the game. Off the playing arena, he was anything but aggressive. But in the contest, he involved every part of himself, mind and body, and his commitment to winning never wavered. His approach was as straightforward as his candour in talking about it.
For me, it was almost the most important thing, and you know, therefore, whatever price you had to pay in terms of discomfort on the field and being ruthless, I suppose, you know, winning and performing well was, I suppose, overrode my morality, if I could even put it that way. I mean, I used to feel terribly guilty about some of the things I used to do in the field on the spur of the moment, but kind of it was born out of the will to kind of succeed, and almost whatever price had to be paid, I'd pay it.
Nobody can take the mark again. Matthews hit the ball quickly, taken by Trump. Blues, Carlton. Last year's Premier side, and over goes Trevor Keogh at the first bounce. Leigh Matthews going down, number 53 is Leigh Matthews. Going towards Matthews. Matthews takes it, walks back, he's broken away from that tackle with strength. And look at this kick from Matthews!
From the very first, Leigh Matthews was serious about becoming a champion footballer. As a schoolboy, when he represented Victoria, and as a wide-eyed youngster when big Carl Dietrich came to the boys' pie night. But believe it or not, he was very small and lightly built, and he remembers once in a game against Hastings being intimidated by a larger, stronger opponent.
I had a very frightening day, I must say. I was playing half-forward flank as a 16-year-old, and there was another kid playing for Hastings, who I think was probably only 17 or 18. He wasn't exactly an adult himself. He was kind of terrorising me all day, like, you know, go near the ball and I'm going to belt you on, that kind of thing. I don't know whether I ever learnt the lesson, but I maybe in retrospect I felt that if there was going to be a victim and an aggressor, I think it was much better to be the aggressor.
Leigh was never a child in my, he grew up too quick, I think, because he, like Cal enjoyed his football.
The Matthews family of Chelsea, a Melbourne Bayside suburb, has 3 sons, the oldest Russell, and 2 who played VFL football, Leigh and Kelvin. The youngest, Kelvin, played 98 games for the Hawks, but it was Leigh whose competitive streak overrode his childhood, who from a very early age displayed a bitter distaste for failure.
And the ball is shot for goal by his brother Kelvin. I think it could be a goal.
He liked to win. Yeah.
Did he?
At anything. Ludo, anything. And tennis, Leigh had to be to win all the time.
What if he didn't?
He cheated. Well, he did it.
You're saying that?
When he was
You're
little.
saying that?
Well, he did too. I've told the grandchildren about him. Yeah, he's not playing anymore, he says.
Ray Matthews coached Frankston and Langwarrin, and the boys were built in his mould.
I can never remember when I wasn't involved in footy, to be honest. One of my really early childhood memories is my dad doing the stab kick with the old big round football and me marking it on my chest, and I can almost still feel the thud of the ball on my chest. I mean, that's almost the earliest memory of my life.
So promising was young Leigh that when he was selected for Victoria, the St Kilda club kindly gave him £7 towards his expenses.
I have the pleasure in advising that my club has forwarded £7 to the manager of the team to be used as your parents and the manager think fit. Trust you have an enjoyable trip. Yours faithfully, I.A. Drake, Secretary, St Kilda Football Club.
How unfortunate for the Saints that the Matthews boys joined the club they were zoned to, Hawthorn, and Leigh quickly made the first of literally hundreds of headlines.
There's the throw in now on the forward pockets coming down toward Trimmins. He has a chance, he's in trouble though, he's picked up here. A shot for goal by Matthews. Ray Wilson with a bit of pace, and now a lot of football knowledge, turning away from the centre wing, kicking down to Matthews. Matthews winning the ball, and now going goalward, looking for Hudson. No, it's through. He's kicked it himself.
Ball being punched away, dumped to the ground. A chance for Keddy for the hand pass to Marr. A good one too it was, under pressure. Marr in turn gets it back towards Matthews. Matthews with a long shot at goal. It's right through the centre. And another badly needed goal to Hawthorn.
The centre half forward, little Matthews can't quite guess. He does.
He nearly got sandwiched then by 2 North Melbourne players, but he came out with the ball.
To Keddy. Keddy kicks it to Matthews. Matthews got in front of him, but there's Charlie Payne. Dodges nicely around Payne, picks the ball up, fires for goal, and it's all clear.
Kicking toward the stand end. The kick from Drummage, not a long one. Matthews flying and taking the mark.
Starting with Hawthorn, in the same year was a boy from a Gippsland dairy farm named Peter Knights.
Leigh Matthews. Matthews swings the ball down towards Merrington right in the corner. He spills the crucial one. Knights comes out there, hooks it over the shoulder.
Up towards centre half forward, chipping in for a nice mark there was Matthews. He spins round onto the right foot, goes for the short pass to Hudson, and it's beautiful play.
When Peter Hudson first saw Matthews' waddling walk, Hudson likened him to Barney Rubble of the Flintstones cartoon, and the tag stuck. He was Barney to the Hawks and lethal to everyone else.
Forward, Wood coming through, picked up by Leigh Matthews. He runs around, brings it back towards the goal.
Coming down towards his brother Leigh Matthews. And Matthews breaking through the pack, gets a hand pass back to Crimmins. Crimmins snaps at goal, it could be good.
Matthews became second rover to the great Peter Crimmins. They were two physical opposites, but they shared an absolute commitment and a fierce loyalty to their coach, John Kennedy.
There's Matthews now. It'll be a free kick against Matthews going to Alan Davis. Alan Davis, right on the half-forward.
Matthews gets a warning and a 15-yard penalty.
I think anyone who played under John, who has been involved in with John, would have, I suppose, been impressed by his ability as a football coach, but more than that, just his standing as a man, just the the principles that he lived and he preached to us on teamwork and putting the team before the individual and the work ethic and never taking things for granted. All those things were just fantastic lessons, I think, that were pushed into us as young players. So I think to have John Kennedy as a coach in your formative years in league football, it was just kind of a fantastic advantage.
This is Michael Williamson at the MCG in Melbourne, welcoming you to the 1971 Grand Final, St Kilda versus Hawthorn. The umpire is Peter Shields. David Parkin of Hawthorn won the toss, and the Hawks are kicking down to the Richmond end. Hawthorn now going forward down towards Hudson. Oh, a bit lucky to get out of that, St Kilda. Hudson got it in the back, but he kicks down and he kicks through.
The 1971 premiership, often remembered for Peter Hudson's attempt to break the all-time goal-kicking record, was to be the first of 4 premierships for the ambitious young Matthews. He was 19 and hungry.
Matthews always a long way out. 65 yards. There's Hudson in the goal square. Neil behind him. Lawrence in front of him. It's a big kick. Don't tell me he's put it through. Oh, beautiful. The ball has bounced. Martello of Hawthorn drives him forward. Hudson comes in there. The ball escapes him, however. Through comes little Crimmins. Crimmins has it. He's running into an open goal. He kicks. He's put it through. That's his second. Just on 5 minutes.
Up they go. Scott gets it over the back. Wilson and comes out to Bremner. Bremner kicks it wide and Matthews comes in, takes the mark and now plays on. Drives the ball round towards Marr. There's Marr, traps the ball. Swings it in towards the goal square. It's going over the top of his foot. 15 yards out.
Will he get it?
On its blind angle.
You want to see
able to kick the goal.
Bobby, the police moving into position all round the boundary here. Hudson has got 3. He's equalled Bob Pratt's record of 150. Will he put this one through? How he must feel. Oh, he's no more than 8 yards out. He should kick it. Up he comes. He kicks. Oh! Taken by Crimmins. Crimmins gets a hurried kick forward. Taken by Matthews. Matthews a hand pass to Hudson. Hudson going for a run. He steadies. He kicks. Oh my God, he's missed it. Oh, look at him. The sun comes out as the ball hits the ground and Heath sends it back to the wing position. Siren goes. Siren goes. Hawthorn are premiers. 1971. Hawthorn are premiers, and the final scoreboard here reads, let's have a look at it, as John Kennedy is being hugged.
I mean, I had a fairly severe hunger to play and to be better. So, I mean, it was really only the start for me, I think. I don't really felt it was a pinnacle of a career at an early age. It was just a step along the way, I think. I always felt I was fairly much in the here and now in all my time in football. I mean, I kind of thought, well, you know, you wanted to make each season a little bit better than the last one.
So far in the first term, we're 10 minutes into this quarter, and there's Matthews in front, taking the mark in front of O'Connell, playing on towards Des Marr. He comes in on the left foot, Marr, and it looks good from here.
He had vice-like hands, and I mean his thighs really. I suppose he was built like more like a sumo wrestler, wasn't he? In some ways, yet he had this great agility. And as I say, he could read a game and turn a game. He'd bump a player out of the position and kick the goal and have his hands on the hips, sort of saying, well, when's the ball coming down again, without any emotion. Totally professional.
It's going to be very, very valuable indeed. The scores will be close all day, I imagine. The way the football's being played is very scrambly, very rugged and tough stuff. Here's Matthews coming in for Hawthorn, snapping a goal from 45 yards out. Wayne Richardson with the ball, and he gets a push in the back. And there's Leigh Matthews has got one.
John Kennedy always used to say to us as a very young players, always get up. And I think I'd get up even if I was unconscious. You know, like I'd have to be absolutely unconscious, otherwise I'd get to my feet.
Went up the race there. Could have been Leigh Matthews. So Goda's on for Hawthorn. They've got their 19th and 20th men on. There's Leigh Matthews in the race. He must be in a bit of trouble.